Hello there, good evening. I just very quickly, Claudia here, just very quickly wanted to put a quick video out there to do with sentence structure in subclauses. Just a very quick one. So, because it really does come up a lot on the variation of when you're starting with a subclause or when the subclause is the second part in the sentence. Now, for that, I'm just going to quickly share my screen with you so I can show you what I mean. So really just going, because I've been doing a couple of webinars on sentence structure now for you guys, and I think it was very helpful for the people who've actually been there, but just wanted to show you. So let's have a look at when you have a sentence. Subclause is basically when you're joining two sentences together. So, for example, if I say this is really ad hoc, you know, I just felt like I quickly wanted to put that in. So a sentence, let's just say, bleibt heute zu Hause. Yeah, and the second sentence is, das Wetter ist nicht so gut. Meine Finger rennen weg mit mir. My fingers are running away with me. Just gotta watch out what I type. Ja, so sozusagen die zwei Sätze, bleibt heute zu Hause, das Wetter ist nicht so gut. So joining them with a subclause or making one sentence out of it would be using a subclause, a subordinating one here, because I want to be using weil. So bleibt heute zu Hause, comma, don't forget the comma, weil, and weil is subordinating, so it puts a verb, meaning that little ist here, to the end. Weil das Wetter nicht so gut ist. Okay, so that's your normal subclause. Bleibt heute zu Hause, comma, weil das Wetter nicht so gut ist. Why I'm always saying to keep the comma there is because then you know where the verbs stay, that the verbs, especially if you have different tenses where you have more verbs, that they stay in the right part of the sentence. So in this case now, what I want to do actually, what I wanted to show you is, very quickly, obviously I could start the sentence with a subclause. Same as in English, I could say, instead of saying he's staying at home today because the weather isn't very good, I could just say, because the weather isn't very good, he's staying at home today. Same in German. I mean, why do we do that? It's just really to create a little bit of variety in our sentences. So now we're starting with weil. Weil das Wetter nicht so gut ist, comma, and now this is the key. So of course we're starting with a subclause. Nothing will change in the subclause. So we have weil das Wetter nicht so gut ist, it's exactly the same as it was at the end before, comma, and now we're adding the other sentence, the one that was at the front here, this sentence here. But what you need to keep in mind, and that's a real key thing, what comes second place in any sentence. Never mind how long the first position is. In this case, a whole load of words, 7 words. So what comes next is the verb. So in this case, it would be, weil das Wetter nicht so gut ist, bleibt heute zu Hause. And this is really important, yeah, that in the subclause, your bleibt, I can put a little box around it very quickly. Your bleibt is there as second place. It's in second position. Whereas here, the bleibt is also in second position. Yeah. So keep in mind, even if you start the sentence with a subclause, just changing the color for it. So your subclause is here. And then you're starting the sentence with a subclause. This made the subclause the first part in your sentence, and your verb, as normal, comes second place, the verb of the main sentence. And this is why I say make sure you keep the commas, because it shows that the ist goes in front of the comma, because it's part of that sentence, it's part of the first part of the sentence, not the second part. Especially when you, for example, add, let's say we do the same idea in the perfect tense. I can just use the same, oops, don't want that color. I can just use the same, I have no idea why. Yay, we can always learn. Do you know, I'm still playing around with this a little bit. So I don't know whether that's right. Oh, that's huge now. Anyway, ist heute zu Hause geblieben, Komma, weil das, oh yeah, hang on, I'm going to do it in the two sentences as well. So, ist heute zu Hause geblieben, das Wetter ist nicht gut, nicht so gut, we had so gut gewesen. I mean, I'm using so gut gewesen because I want to really show you how it works with the with the tense. I don't know why it's bigger than this, but never mind, you can see it better. So really, so we're putting the two sentences again together with weil. So, and we would say, ist heute zu Hause geblieben. Oops. Gosh, no, I should just get geblieben. I should go slower. Comma, weil. So in the subclause, the weil puts a main verb to the end. Thinking of the main word, I mean, in this case, I mean the auxiliary verb being the main verb, because this is a verb that declines, whether it's wir sind, das Wetter ist, sie sind, ist. Yeah. So this is the verb that, I mean, that has to go to the end. The verb that is usually at second place goes to the end. So you already have a verb here, but ist's got to go to the very end. So weil das Wetter nicht so gut gewesen ist. Yeah, so that's basically your subclause. So heute, ist heute zu Hause geblieben, weil das Wetter nicht so gut gewesen ist. Remember to keep your comma. And again, I'll show you in the second part of it why it's a really good idea to make sure the commas are there as well. Because now, if we're starting the sentence again with a subclause, weil das Wetter nicht so gut gewesen ist, comma. Now, what comes next? So, weil das Wetter nicht so gut gewesen ist your full subclause. Nothing has changed. All we want to do to create variety, we want to move that subclause to the beginning. But what comes second place? Looking at the subclause being again the first place. So, second place will be the main verb. Now, the main verb of this sentence now, again, I mean the verb that is conjugated, which is actually the auxiliary verb, the helps verb, would be the ist. So I would have ist, and the rest of the sentence just stays exactly the same. Zu Hause geblieben. So, weil das Wetter nicht so gut gewesen ist heute zu Hause geblieben. And you realize, I mean, I'm always going on about the little comma, but I really find it makes life so much easier if you actually get used to using the comma, because then you don't think it looks really odd having the two ists there. Because weil das Wetter nicht so gut gewesen ist, comma, ist heute zu Hause geblieben. So we have again, we have the, where are we? It's just moved a bit here. So we've got the ist here. This ist here. Yeah. So this one is it that went there. Okay. Because we have the subclause being at the end here. And in the second sentence, it is at the beginning. Yeah, I just wanted to run this by you quickly, because I find this is something that comes up quite a lot. Oh, that doesn't work. I was going to move it, but obviously that's not going to work with my little boxes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to just put that, obviously I'm going to put this in the group, and yeah. So yeah, so let me just actually do this line while we're at it, so that I just want to have this bit in the middle here, so that you see there's a gap here. All right. So anyway, those are the two sentences with the subclauses. At one point, you have the subclause at second place, at the end of the sentence, and the second sentence you've got it at the beginning of the sentence. And remember, your verb, as in this sentence, is bleibt, and in this sentence is ist, remains second place here in that right after the subclause. Okay. I'm going to save that so that I can actually add that as well to the as a post there. All right. So, but that was it. I hope you really enjoyed that. So they will be, while I'm getting the idea of using all these these tools, I'm going to do a few more of these. But anyway, I hope this was very helpful. See you then. Bye.